Hello everyone, FPG here, and here's a little video I've been wanting to make ever since I've arrived at 100 subscribers. Thank you! Oh, I'm so appreciative of everything that YouTube has brought me here. Well, okay, actually let me check what how many subscribers I have at this point in time. I have 122, and I started exactly 1 year ago. I think on the 18th is when I first posted Pokemon Rumble, which I will probably redo eventually because everyone needs to honestly redo one of their first LPs because a lot of them really, really suck. But and I have a few thank yous I want to give out. I will try and make this as short and sweet as possible because I really sometimes I go on tangents and such, and this is one video that I kind of do not want to go on a tangent. Okay. So, first person I'd like to thank is Nintendo Logic Hater, and I'll put a link right here in the middle of the screen, as you can see, even though I'm basically looking at a blank wall as I'm recording this. But I've known him for ever since, even before I actually posted my first LP, actually. And he was one of my first friends in the LP community, and he's honestly a really good LPer. I hope you go check him out, even though most of the people from his channel, or most of the people on my channel right now, come from him, or underrated LPers, which, by the way, thank you guys for that. Underrated LPers, next one. The Underrated LPers was a channel that basically, kind of like what, First Union of Players, which eventually, I was interested in doing that, and then I found out what they were doing, and I just dropped out, but, I don't want to get back into that, but, what they basically did was they featured LPers that were usually under about 100 subscribers at that point. But they featured one of my videos, which honestly, the one that they featured was not my best one in the slightest, because that was back when I was doing Twilight Princess, which honestly is one of my favorite LPs right now until I finish Skyward Sword. But I really like to thank them, even though their channel isn't active anymore, sadly. Well, it's still kind of active, but, other than just update videos on when they're going to come back, it's not going to happen. But, I would also like to thank Silver Phoenix K, or SFK301 as people used to know him. He's just also been a very great friend to me overall. And so, hi, how are you doing today? But he gave me some advice on video quality, which, if you haven't noticed, it's actually gone from 360p to 480p. Yeah. My video quality is getting much better, actually. And it takes just as long to render 480 in my method as it takes to do 360p. But next person I'd like to say is, even though everyone's heard of this guy if they're an LPer, Chuck Conroy. Basically was not inspiration, but a person who got me into LPing, and he gave me some advice, and sadly I actually deleted the message that he replied to me back to. Oh, God, I cannot talk today. But he actually replied to my message, and let me see if I can find it, but I'll actually be doing this as I'm talking. And next thing I'd really like to do is, first thing I like to do usually when I begin something is look for advice and such. Jugga was basically the person who I went to for advice on quality, mic quality, video quality, etc., etc. And he really honestly helped me become the LPer I am today. And it's just kind of odd because I've never really done a video like this before. But next person I'd like to thank is Liam6. He has basically been what NLH and SFK 301 were to me. He kind of got me into the LB community. We've known each other. Well, we haven't actually personally talked to each other or anything, but known each other, or I've watched his videos ever since he was doing Kingdom Hearts, actually. And I don't remember how I found his videos. I think he actually commented on one of mine, and that's how I found his channel. That's actually how I found NLH's channel and SOK301's channel. Next person, Super Cool Man Dan. He is very super cool. That's all I'm going to say. Go check him out. Link on the screen right now. I'm going to let it sit for a while. You can see it. It's right there. You can click it anytime you want. Okay. Next person. Legendary Plumber. I cannot tell you how much this guy has helped me. And his wife too, because him and Misty Dawn 32 are actually, or is it 132, I think? I cannot ever, 132, yes. They're actually husband and wife, and them two, those two, I voiced Koga in both of their LPs. One of them just came out. Like, the first one, actually the second one, the most recent voice acting thing I've recorded, actually just came out today, so you know when this was recorded. But, other than that, well, they're on Fellowship of Players, which I'll also link at this point. I'll have all three of their links on screen right now. But, who else? Oh, Icy Dragon 0605. He's also been a pretty good friend to me, honestly, and so has Pink Pikachu. But, usually we don't talk much anymore, but anyway, he's still been a pretty cool guy, actually, but both of them have also helped with quality and such. I've already mentioned NLH, SFK 301, and who else, actually? Oh, Metallic Hero, been a good friend ever since we were little, actually, and he's helped with a few of my LPs as well, and he really hasn't done much mini LPs except for our Two Blue Heroes stuff, which, by the way, we're starting Sonic CD soon, so be ready for that. But other than that, he's helped with my first, well, I wouldn't say first cut, but first try at doing a Sonic Generations LP, which I eventually deleted and is now replaced with the one I'm doing right now. But he's been a very good friend. We've known each other for a very long time, and overall, he's basically helped my LPs won the most of any people on my channel here. Okay, this is not something I'd really like to talk about, but advice for new LPers, even though most of the people who watch my videos aren't new LPers in the slightest, and I'm not really that known compared to other LPers and such, but, be yourself, try and have as good quality as possible. 480p is the lowest for me. If you can't do that, stick with 360, and then use the high quality tag on, the YouTube tags, which I used to use the, stretch one, and it didn't work too well, but, just don't use stretch. Other than that, all I have to really say about that is get a capture card. I'm really tired of seeing camcorder LPs on the interwebs and such, but other than that, just try and be yourself. If you're like an 8-year-old or so, which 8, 9, 10-year-old, and your voice is kind of high pitched, what? No offense, guys, but wait until your voice gets deeper. I'm sorry. I just don't want to. It just doesn't feel right for me to say this, but if your voice is very high pitched and it makes you sound like a woman, you unless you're an actual girl, which there are some good girl LPers out there like Sayanella. Ding, ding. Link number 17. Okay, but uh, other than that, really, I keep saying other than that lately in this video actually, and this has gone on for a good 11 minutes, and I did not really expect it to go on for this long. But a few other thank yous I'd like to give out. Skaz Knight, who I sadly is not making any videos anymore, to my knowledge. He was a but he's basically been a very good friend to me overall. Like when we first met, we were Skype buddies, which is very odd to say in my opinion. But then he got hacked. He was really getting trolled for some reason, even though he was not a very well-known channel at the time. So he ended up quitting LPing. He eventually came back, and then I really haven't heard from him since. But other than like, just he was a very nice person, and if he's still doing videos, please watch this one and link everybody to your new channel, please. Another website that I'd like to plug, ding, plug number 18 now, knightsofhyrule.org, or knightsofhyrule.org at this point, but, they were Elu, especially, because I haven't actually had any contact with Mike, but, Elu was actually been a, very, kind of helped me to get where I was with the Zelda games and how I'd LP them. I usually tried to at least do 100% games, but with the Zelda series, it's kind of hard to do that, honestly, especially with Skyward Sword now, because Skyward Sword's a very, very hard game to 100%. And if you're going for everything, like, if you're going for everything, like Gratitude Crystals, Heart Pieces, all the side quests, excuse me, it could really, really take about 80 hours to complete if you're doing everything. But, next person I kind of like to call out, which this is kind of an unrelated LPer, which I don't usually speak of much. Super Genius, who is actually one of my favorite LPers. He's one of those not wise cracking, but he has a lot to say, so I recommend checking him out. He's kind of inspired what style of LPing I'd like to do, because I used to do this. I used to just say, what you want to do now is kind of like a walkthrough commentator. Not a walkthrough commentator, but just talk over a walkthrough, basically. I used to actually do post commentary the whole time, but now kind of developed my own style in a way. But I really don't have other than that. I really don't have much to talk about. But God, I keep saying but I really don't think I have much more to say than that. Thank you for sticking with me through the ups and the downs, the terrible LPs and the good LPs. The original Portal 2, I'm just going to say that. But, really, that's all I honestly have to say right now. But, I will eventually, probably tomorrow, I will make another. Well, this will probably be up on Friday. I will probably make another video explaining, doing a special thing that I honestly still have not come up with for for a 100 or a 1 year anniversary special, which I will probably. Well, this should probably be the Yeah, this is the 1 year anniversary special. The other one's the 100 sub special. I keep getting them two mixed up because they honestly happen near the same time. So whatever. But so I guess I will see you on the 100 sub special. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.